I get those goosebumps every I get those goosebumps every time you come around. You ease my mind, you make everything feel fine. Worry about those comments, I'm way too numb, yeah. I get those goosebumps every time. I'm going to talk. I get those goosebumps every time we ride around.
Hello, everybody! We're in the draw. We did the draw. What happened? Can we redo the draw? Did they get the numbers mixed up alphabetically? No. That was the League Cup draw. Sorry, no. Cut that music, lads. How's it going?
Very well.
Someone tie Pete down. He's buzzing.
I would have tried my trip. Oh god, brilliant!
I wonder which one you're really looking forward to, Pete. There's a few. Chris, great to see you back.
Great to be back, mate. Yeah, very good, mate. Very good. Yeah, it was Summer's 9th birthday yesterday. So I was busy all day, but late in the early hours, I did manage to watch the Keith Downey show back. Brilliant show for anyone who's not watched it. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Great to be back. And yeah, can't believe that draw. Yeah, it certainly lifted my mood, because I'm not going to lie. Over the past 48, 72 hours, I felt like a bit disillusioned with not just Newcastle, just football in general. I've just been like, after watching the game on Sunday, I was literally distraught. So, you know, having the Champions League draw tonight perked me up. Very excited now. And yeah, all good. Great to be back with you boys.
You know what? I'm not even going to go to Pete first. I'm going to go to Pete next. After I bring people through what happened, because for historical purpose, people will look back at this after we win this beautiful trophy come May. People will look back at this. So let's bring it through what happened. Of course, obviously, the draw for the group stages was today. Everyone eagerly anticipating how that would work out. There was 4 different pots. As you can see there on screen, this is what Pete Graves had up this morning. And Joe Cole comes along and draws us from the pot and lands us into Group F. So these are all the groups in total. But if we zoom in on Group F, this is where we land. In with PSG, Dortmund, AC Milan, Newcastle. Yes, these are the teams we will face in the Champions League on our march towards Champions League glory. Pete, how are you feeling?
I'm buzzing, absolutely buzzing, mate. Just what I wanted. Massive teams, massive draws, going to massive stadiums. This is what Newcastle United have been all about. Honestly, it feels weird, like watching the Champions League draw and seeing our club there. It's been too long. It's been too long. I almost kind of took it for granted. You know, back in the early 2000s, and you know, a little bit younger when I was in the 90s, so I didn't really watch the draws or really appreciate it then. But it just feels like it's surreal. But to see us drawing out, like, yeah, I don't know about you guys, but when they announced that Joe Cole was coming out, I was just like, something's not right here. Something's not right. It hasn't done anything to us, but you just know that something's cooking, and it certainly was. Yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm already I'm desperate to know fixtures because I want to know dates. I want to start booking flights. I want to start looking at Eurostars. How can I get to games? Let's make it happen. Come on.
Pete, I've got one question for you, and one question only. Chris, take away that comment for a second. Are you ready? Are you ready for the Davy Derby? Bring it
Oh,
on!
yes.
Bring it on!
Where'd you get that picture from? You've been digging. You've been digging.
Keisha, I got off Keisha.
Oh.
Insta.
Love
There
it.
we go. Away days should be very interesting for that one, I think.
Yeah, and I might see if Lee can throw in a couple of other guests, a couple of other French-related guests for the occasion. But look, it was funny because as soon as the draw was made, the first message that came through was just like a load of laughing emojis because we were just like, come on, it's gotta happen. It has to happen. I'd look, yeah. Look, I'll be honest with you. I'll do anything to get to that game. At Parc des Princes, I'll do anything to get to that game. 100%. Want to be there. Lee's already come back and said to me, like, he's going to every PSG game. He's already said all 6 games he's going. Like, he's doing it. So it'll be at St. James's. Yeah, and hopefully I'll be able to get a ticket for that one, and then we'll do Paris. But again, Borussia Dortmund, the yellow wall. Wow, this is unreal, man. Unreal. Love it.
And then of course, Mbappe rocks up. Will be rocking up at St. James's Park as well. People have said that would never happen, but it will.
Yeah.
So and then the whole Tunali derby as well. Going back to AC Milan, and AC Milan coming to us as well. So very interesting how that would all play out. I think we lost Chris for a second, but we'll hopefully rejoin us in a sec. But yeah.
Well, you know what? Like that going back for Sandro is going to be like, that's going to be a proper emotional for him. Big, like, emotional game. But I don't know what you think, boys. People in the chat, got nearly 100 in the chat. Chris is back. What do you boys think? Like, everyone says it's the group of death. But is it? Is it the group of death? That's all I know from you boys.
We'll go to Chris, because Chris, you didn't get to get your comment on another group yet. So is it the group of death, Chris? Or how was it for you?
I can see why people are saying it's the group of death, because notoriously they always look at one group, don't they, and say it's very, very difficult. But as I was saying pre-show, Daz, you know, it was funny because I was watching it with my lad Callum, and I was looking at it and was going, oh, we really want to get that group or that group. And I said, but the group we don't want is that one. But I kind of had that underlying feeling where I was like, I want that one. Like, now we're back in the Champions League. I want to test ourselves against the best. And I tell you what, for, you know, the fans who are lucky enough to get tickets, and the fans who are going to be traveling, to the away game, all of the away games, like, you couldn't ask for any better. Like, you're going to have an away trip to France, an away trip to Germany, an away trip to Italy, and we're going to be testing ourselves against 3 fantastic clubs. And I tell you what, the people there who were representing PSG, Dortmund, and AC Milan, they were probably looking at pot 4 thinking, right, we don't want Newcastle. Let's have a nice easy one, the battering ram of the whole group, where everyone goes, oh yeah, well, we'll turn up and just take 3 points there. And when Newcastle got drawn, I bet they were thinking as well, it's 4 good teams. So 4 good teams are in this group F, and it's exciting. I agree with Pete. I think we're back in the big time. Yes, we've got a really hard group, but I kind of wouldn't want it any other way. Like, imagine we got a group that was more than doable, and say we finish 3rd or 4th, and everyone goes, "Oh, Newcastle bottled that. Newcastle should have qualified from that group." And instead, we're now there's no real pressure on us. We're the pot 4 team. We shouldn't be qualifying to the next stage, but if we do, it's game on. And then we've taken 2 top sides to the sword. But yeah, I'll admit I'm buzzing. Like, for me, it's kind of like a dream draw, because it's just exciting, isn't it? Every single one of those games is going to be brilliant. Every single one.
They sure will. You're not going to miss any. Not to do with any. But yeah, no, I was watching the draw with my little boy who's 6, and it's the first time to watch a draw. So I was just trying to ask me a million questions as we were watching the draw, and he thought we were going to be the games would start straight away. So he's looking forward to them too. So bring it on. But yeah, that after that draw, after them getting Man City in the League Cup as well, like
I know.
it's gonna
doing it the hard way.
There's no easy games, that's for sure. Not for us, and the start to our season, of course, as well. So yeah, but lads, do you want to look at the other groups as well, and what's your take on the other groups? I'll bring it up a bit better to see it.
You know what? They all kind of seem sort of run of the mill, in my opinion. Like Group F is the standout. Group F is the one that I think not just us as Newcastle fans are gonna want to see, and the clubs and the fans of Milan, AC Milan, Dortmund, PSG, but everyone's gonna want to watch that group. Everyone, all the neutrals on whether it's Tuesday and Wednesday night are not going to be watching Man City. We're not going to be watching Celtic. We're not going to be watching Barcelona against Porto or Antwerp. They're going to be watching whatever is going on in Group F. That is the reality. That is the group that everyone is talking about. I thought everyone would be talking about our group regardless if we had PSG in it because of the Qatari, the Saudi, the oil derby, as some people are calling it, and all the rest of it. We got 2 other massive clubs in there in Dortmund and AC Milan. I don't know. I just look at the other teams and at the other groups. I'm like, okay, Bayern Munich, Man United, okay. You look at some of the others, they're not bad. But
Arsenal got a nice group.
Yeah, they got lucky. They got lucky. But again, what? Hold on, Chris.
Sorry, that was me gabbing away. Sorry, mate. I was going to say, I think Group D is a tasty one. Group D doesn't look. I would struggle to pick the winners out of Group D. I think Group D is an interesting one. That's probably the second hardest one, I'd say. But I agree. I think Arsenal have got a good one. City, City are winning that all day. Group E is a bit meh. But no, I think Pete's spot on. There's no other groups other than maybe Group D where you look and go, ooh, that could be quite a difficult one. But yeah, all eyes are on Group F, aren't they, boys? All eyes.
Yeah. Every game in that group has an angle on it, no matter what way you look at it. So Newcastle fans versus Dortmund fans, as in the face off, the flag to flag, kind of war flags versus the wall, and then the Tunali derbies, and then the Davy Derby and the Oil Derby / Mbappe coming to St. James's Park and then vice versa. So yeah, it's going to be very interesting. So yeah, it's by hey Summer, happy birthday.
Someone's come to say hi. Said happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Nine.
You had a good day.
Have a good day. It was good.
Nice one.
She was watching Champions League draw as well. Loved it.
Get it.
Yeah.
She's 9 and she knows how to do video recording better than me.
Mate, it was good, wasn't it? It was good. Have you had to go with that, Pete?
I've had a little go. I probably forgot about it now. I forgot how to do it now, so I might used to be doing another video.
Pete said thanks for helping him with the video recording. Good.
Awesome.
You get a job on here yet somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
So where are we going next, lads? I suppose we know that we'll know the order of the fixtures by Saturday morning. They're saying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Normally the case. Apparently, I had no idea, but spoke to Lee and he was like, "Yeah, they normally come out Saturday morning." So we'll know a little bit more. We can start our plan of action. So yeah, already been in touch with the AC Milan lot to do an away.
Oh yes, of course, yeah.
And we've got Lee and his French boys the PSG Ultras. We'll get an away days with them. So we're not. There's plenty of content we'll be getting out. Don't worry about that. Load of it going anywhere.
We have to find. We'll find some Germans that speak English as well. I'm sure in Dortmund.
Yeah, definitely. We'll sort that out. No worries at all. But yeah. Oh God. I don't know. You know. I don't think it's the group of death. I don't.
No, it's possible to get something from them.
Yeah, I tell you who said it. Billy from the 12th Man. He dropped me a message, and he was like, in his opinion, he genuinely thinks that all of those teams are kind of on a level, and that there's not a massive gap between all of those teams. Obviously, we've not been in the Champions League for a long time, and some of these players are playing for the first time, but that can sometimes be a good thing. You look at Leicester, for example. I always go back to Leicester, but like Leicester went in the first time and ended up getting to the quarterfinals because they just ran with it. And there are other teams that have gone and done the same on various different seasons. There's no reason why we can't do the same. No reason why we can't do the same.
Well, it's a very different PSG side as well, isn't it? I mean, I know Mbappe's there at the moment, but Neymar's gone, Messi's gone, Verratti's gone. So, and Ramos has gone. So it's not the same PSG side. You know, PSG will be used most weeks to just turning up in their games in Ligue 1 and just rolling teams over. That's not, they're not going to face that against Newcastle. Obviously, Dortmund in recent times have lost Haaland, they've lost Bellingham. But you know, probably not the force that maybe fans are brilliant, but you know, maybe not the force that people envisage. And then AC Milan, you know, we took Sandro Tonali. That's gonna add some spice to it already. And they've got a very aging Olivier Giroud up front. Yes, you know, huge team when it comes to Champions League and you know throughout the years, but they're a bit of an aging side, I'd say. So yeah, I think Billy's right when he says that, Pete. You know that. It's going to be a lot tighter than what people think. I think when people see group of death, that's just a phrase that always gets thrown about in the Champions League, isn't it? They just see it a group where there's 3 or 4 teams, and you're like, ooh, which one would qualify? It's actually a group, as you've just said, where realistically any of the 4 could finish in the top 2, any of the 4, and then the team that finishes 4th, that's a big scalp. You know, because they won't be going into the Europa League and they'll be out the Champions League and you go, bloody hell, they've been knocked out already. Yeah. People would assume that'll be Newcastle, but
I have a tip for you, Chris. Newcastle are 33-1 now to win the Champions League. There you go. Get on it.
Yeah. I've just been sent tagged in a video on Twitter. I don't know if it's true.
Is this the Darren Eales video?
I'm hearing it. I've just heard it in my ear, and he actually says in the interview that he's never seen a back of him Milan.
Oh, no way! Gotta love it.
I think
I believe it.
Is it NUFC Gallagher? No, it's a lad called Adam Hassan. He's tagged us in. I think tagged in a tweet with NFC Gallagher. That is hilarious. Is it true? Because is that an actual interview?
Richie's sent us something as well. I don't know where he sent it. Richie messaged and said, "Oh, look at what Darren Eales has said."
Oh, it must be then. Yeah. He said that. That is hilarious. That is fucking hilarious. Get in there. I bet if that's on social media now, Sunderland fans are gonna be hitting the fucking roof. They are gonna be screwing at that. That is brilliant. Imagine like one of the members of the board of your club just absolutely shitting on your rivals. That is real.
David is saying the video is genuine as well.
Love it.
No way.
Love it. Oh man. In other news, it looks like Isaac Hayden is now going to Sheffield Wednesday.
Oh yeah, is Jeff Hendrick going as well? was talk of them looking for both of them on loan.
I hope you're right, Daz. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, so do I.
Close on the move to Sheffield Wednesday after collapse of Luton deal. The Newcastle midfielder is in South Yorkshire ahead of proposed loan switch. That was 10 minutes ago from Craig Hope. Don't say anything about Hayden, but Hendrick, sorry, but could well be the same. Could well. To be fair, they need. I think they need everything they can get. I think they've lost every game this season up there. They're the only team. I think they're the only team not to win, or the only team not to get a point, something like that.
Oh, I haven't checked it. Right, I'll ask a question. You can only go to one game, home or away, against one of this opposition. Which are you picking?
Great question, Daz. Right, okay. The two that are in my mind. One of them is very Pete Davey orientated here. So the two that are in my mind are PSG in the Parc de France, I'd say, because I'd love to see Mbappe if he's playing. But my second one, or is it my top one? I'd love to see the Wall. I'd love to see the Wall in Dortmund. I would. But then playing in the San Siro,
mate, they're three
belter ones, aren't they?
The three.
I'll go for my answer. It doesn't matter. It's the first game at St James's Park where that Champions League flag is flying in the middle of the pitch. That'd be the one for me. Doesn't matter who we play.
Dan makes a good point there, doesn't he? That £60 per Champions League game has just become insane value for money as well. Every single game is just class. Quality, every game.
100%. 100%. This is what, although we don't like it, the price rise. This is why you do it. When you're in a premium competition, sometimes you've got to pay premium prices. It's the reality, unfortunately. And look, it sounds horrible to say, but if we continue to fight at the top end of the table and in the best competitions of the world, it's going to stay like that. But look, if we're picking up trophies on a relatively regular basis, I don't think people are really going to care. If we're going to be up there challenging with the best, I think people are going to want to pay it.
Yeah.
I do think it will be that in the future, but we'll see. We will see.
Have you picked one yet?
For me, I've been there before with Lee to the Parc de France, but we've always talked about it. We've always talked about it. Like, just imagine Newcastle getting the Champions League. You know, when the takeover happened, like Lee was saying to me, he was like, "You guys are going to be in the Champions League, and you're going to draw PSG. You know you are. So we're going to go at some point together, and we're going to watch the game." Like, it's the Yellow Wall. I would love to see the Yellow Wall. The San Siro just looks an amazing, iconic stadium that I'd just love to go and see, but there's more emotion behind why I'm choosing what I'm choosing, because it's like it's a family thing. Me and Lee going together. I would love. Me and Lee haven't been to St James's Park for years, absolute years. I would love nothing more than go to St James's Park and Lee be up in the gods with the ultras and me be wherever I am in the stadium. I wouldn't even care. Like, just going to St James's Park to watch a game with our two teams, like, it would be amazing. But either one of them, home or away, whichever I can get a ticket for.
It's when I put up a thing about like Keith there. I'm looking forward to the way it is and Stato, what he's going to come out with for his stats.
Champions League stats, yeah.
God,
get practicing, Keith. Get studying.
We will. We'll get him on it. That's for sure. But oh man. Okay. I'm gonna ask you a question. Who has the best route so far of all the groups? Which team has the strongest route so far? Not just English team, any of those teams.
Do we know which group will, like, we don't know who will play each other? What group will play each other after they come out of it? Do we?
No.
No.
But
Okay.
just to get through the group, who has the
Okay.
best route through the group?
So who's top in each group, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Or just okay. Okay. Group A. Bayern.
Bayern.
Group B. Arsenal.
Seville.
Ooh.
Sorry, Potts.
Yeah.
Group C. I have to do it, don't I? KK. I'll go for Napoli. To finish ahead of Real Madrid.
It's not a bad shout.
It's not a bad show. I've got to go Real Madrid, purely because I think Bellingham's going to up them a notch this season, and he's already making really big inroads. So I think Real Madrid, you know, with Vinicius, Rodrigo, yeah, I think Real Madrid's top that group.
Yeah. I would love to go Napoli. I think that game's going to be monstrous, by the way, those games. But I'm going to be, Real Madrid.
Okay. Group D, I'll say Inter.
You see, this is hard, this.
Benfica, though, good too.
Yeah, I like Benfica. And then Salzburg, you know, really good side, some really good players. My gut feeling says Benfica. I'm going to go Benfica.
I'm going to go Inter Milan, but I'm going to say that Salzburg are going to finish second. Go back to the Mango show that we did, and I said Karim Konate, the Ivory Coast striker.
Konate, yeah.
Good player. I've got a feeling he might light up the Champions League and cause a bit of a shock. You know, Goncalo Ramos is gone from Benfica. I'm just thinking, are they as strong as they were? Wouldn't surprise me if Salzburg surprise a few teams, but Inter Milan, I think they're the one that are the most steady out of them all. But you got Sociedad. Oh my God,
Sociedad, good team, very good team.
Yeah, I'll stick with that. Inter.
Okay, Group E. Atletico.
Yeah, Atletico.
What I can guarantee is that Celtic will be last. Lazio are not a bad team though. I'll go Atletico. They've got the experience.
Let's skip over Group F. We leave it to last. Let's go to Group G. Man City. Easy peasy.
Yeah. Go on, Chris.
Sorry, I looked at my phone then, and I seen Newcastle have just tweeted, "We'll see you soon, Johan Cabaye." Because when I was watching the draw, I noticed Johan Cabaye was there. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, sorry, this group, yeah, Man City top the group all day.
City.
Yeah, City all day.
Okay, Group H. Barca.
Yeah, Barca. They've got an easy group though.
Oh, very easy.
They have got an easy group. They really have.
I thought we were going to land them there at one stage with the Sir Bobby connection, Porto and Barca. But then, yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking, Daz. You know, with when we were talking about what groups we could have landed in, and I seen Group H, and I was thinking, oh, if we get Group H, people would think, oh, Newcastle have got a good chance of qualifying there. But would we be, you know, really like excited about playing Shakhtar, about playing Porto? It'd be like, you know, I don't know. And now I look at our group and I think, you know what? I don't think I'd swap it. I genuinely don't think I'd swap it because I just think it'll be so good.
Right. Let's go back to it.
Come on,
Group
Daz.
F. Okay. I'm saying they'll all finish level on points and we'll go through on goal difference, top the group.
Oh,
Love it.
I have to say, I think I think PSG will top the group, but I genuinely couldn't call second. You know, I couldn't. I don't think. I'll say it now. I don't think we're coming fourth in that group. I really don't. I don't think we'll come fourth in that group. I just don't know whether it'll be second or third.
The European journey continues.
Yeah. I don't think we'll be bottom. I think there'll be a team, but that's the mad thing. Whoever finishes fourth, everyone will go, "Oh, look at them out!" And it's a European giant of a team who's going to finish fourth.
Yeah.
If it's not Newcastle, they're going to go bloody hell. Look, they're out. So, yeah. I think that's what I'd say.
Okay, Pete.
He wants to say us, Sonny. He wants to say us.
Oh my god!
We know
You know what? I'm trying to say another team, and I'm like, I can't physically say it. You know what? I'm not necessarily talking. Okay, I think we're going to qualify. I think we're going to qualify for last stages. I think we'll finish second. I think AC Milan will finish top.
Wow.
Lee will probably kick me off the plane for saying that. But yeah,
where are PSG finishing then? Third or fourth?
Yeah, I think they'll finish third.
Dortmund fourth.
I'm not convinced on Dortmund without the likes of Bellingham and some of the star names that they've lost over the last few years. I don't know if they're as strong. Still a great team, but like that cutting edge to take you into the next stage when you've got such a tough group. Just I look at Dortmund and I think them coming to St. James's Park, I think we can turn them over. If we can do that if we can turn over the likes of Man United and turn over teams like Tottenham and teams like that, like I think we can go toe to toe with Dortmund, 100%. Yeah, I think we're going to qualify. I do.
I think we're going to do it.
12-man better not fucking clip that, you pricks.
Yeah, I think you know it's being clipped.
Oh God.
Have we got any questions, guys, in the chat? I'm just kind of flicking through as they're ending on question marks. Excited.
I'll keep going through the chat, Daz, but I didn't see any questions. But
I know there's one here that Gary V asks, do we play our games on Wednesday evening? So it'll be Tuesday and Wednesday evenings going forward on the 6 match days until we get out of the group. Yeah, so we have to wait for the fixtures to drop by Saturday morning to know what days we're on.
They alternate, don't they? So one week Wednesday, vice versa.
Yeah.
So if we play on a Tuesday, we might still have a game on a Saturday, depending.
Yeah, so expect some changes to the fixtures based on that. So it'll be interesting.
Well, we are. Bob Lewin says it's an interesting one. None of the other three were happy to hear Newcastle being drawn. Audible groans on TV.
Yeah. To be fair, Lee mentioned that to me after the draw was made. He said, speaking to a lot of Paris fans, when he goes over, none of them wanted Newcastle. None of them did. They all wanted to avoid Newcastle because they know St. James's Park, the feel around the club at the moment. They didn't want to be a part of that. That kind of feeds into that feeds into our hands really. We just need to harness that when we get into it, when we get started.
Another one here from Craig Lee. Won't give up. Anyone think there's going to be a signing after the Adidas announcement tomorrow?
Hanging in there. We're hanging in there.
Yeah. Mbappe, there you go.
Oh my God.
Imagine.
Look, if we're going to do anything, boys, just go and steal Ansu Fati from the Brighton training ground.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, man.
Unreal.
Have we let that one slip? I think half the Premier League are saying that. How we let that one slip?
Adam in away days coming up at 7:30. He's going to be buzzing with that one. So tune in for that as well. We'll cut this show short, and we'll get you all to jump on to away days at 7:30. But yeah, he must be buzzing with that one. Surely, what time is the cutoff before he can play against us on Saturday? Probably tomorrow.
It's normally Friday.
Yeah,
it's
midday.
midday.
Yeah.
So it's looking like, because he's already at the training ground, it's looking like it'll be announced before then. They're going to want a feel good factor going into the international break. But yeah.
Wow, just shows you what getting beaten by West Ham can do to you. There you go. Nice comeback.
Yeah, I hope he's not on the bench. Because that will lift the crowd, no doubt. Mad, isn't it, to think that they've managed to get hold of him if they get him? Absolutely crazy. And as Pete said earlier, the fact that nobody else, they've stole a march on everybody else, who happens, a couple of seasons ago, he was like one of the top young players in Europe. And now he's joining Brighton on loan. Unreal.
You kind of in that. And look, we'll ask Adam this on the show. It's kind of, I don't know, it kind of feels like, is it wow, they've got Ansu Fati, or is it on the way down, kind of like, oh, they've got Ansu Fati because he's dropped from Barca to there. I don't know. Like, be interesting if Adam thinks of that.
But he'll get game time, and there is no clause to buy, so it's he'll be going back no matter what. Whether they sell him after that is the other question. If he does well.
Yeah, imagine they agree a little fee. They might have one of those loan with the the option or the obligation to buy.
But back to Craig's question. Do we think we're going to sign someone? Keith Downey pretty much ruled it out yesterday as well. But yeah, they could, not to say there could be some big surprise, but we never do anything on transfer deadline day. We huff and we puff. We never do anything.
I think was the last one we did Dan Burn. That Burn got signed.
That was talked about for a couple of days beforehand. It was just getting, like all our transfers usually take a couple of days to get over the line. So unless it's, I suppose, linking to the Adidas announcement, unless it's really, really under the radar. But yeah, I don't think so.
Boys, come on, Champions League. Come on.
It was just mad being in the draw, wasn't it? Because you're watching it, and you're absolutely right, Pete. I remember when I worked years and years ago in the government. It was a government office, and out with my mates, and the draw used to get done. I'm sure it was like 11:45 or something like that in the morning, and we used to sprint over on our break, go and watch it, and see who Liverpool got, because that's all it used to be. Liverpool in the Champions League, 1-2 Liverpool get, and I used to laugh my head off if they got a horrible group. But invariably they'd always get a nice group, and then we'd sprint back, and like it was weird watching it because I was thinking, we haven't watched this in years. Like Newcastle being in the Champions League, so it's just great to be a part of it, isn't it? Absolutely great.
I used to be at work, and like I used to like just check the phone, and like this was back in when Sky had it, and Sky would just tweet out, like put like a little notification out to say these are the groups, and that was, like you said, it was like 11, 12 o'clock, something like that. It would just pop up to say who they got. So they must have changed that just recently in terms of having it late.
It didn't used to be that late. Yeah,
I'm loving it. Not at work, finished, able to watch it, but yeah, it's hopefully we get used to this, boys. The one thing I was going to ask, is there a Europa League draw and a Europa Conference League draw? Is that tomorrow? I thought they had a draw as well.
I think it's the next day. Yeah, it's usually the next day.
Yeah, Friday or Saturday, I'd imagine. Tristan Hall, great name, Tristan. Not great comments, but great name. Verratti's still there, you clown. I thought Verratti had left PSG, or is he still in talks over his Saudi move? Because surely,
I thought he was linked to Saudi. Yeah,
he was, and I think there was a bid, but I don't know if he officially left. However, I don't know who told us this. someone said this to us, but the Saudi window goes on another 24 days after our window closes.
It does.
Someone
It's on a while, it
was.
Someone told us on a show, Pete. They said it shuts something like 23 days.
Was it Jacob? Jacob Whitehead?
Yeah, it might have been.
I can't remember who it was. It might have been.
It was one of our guests who told us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could still be done. He might well be left.
7th of September, I think it's so it's a week after. Yeah, that's what I thought I heard on Sky before. So it's 7th of September the Saudi window closes. So there's a week.
Oh, I thought it was longer than that.
So it could well. Yeah, it could well be that he isn't there by the time we play them. Like in reality, Ratty could well be playing in Saudi. But yeah,
Richie's been on, boys. He's uploaded the Darren Eels vid into the StreamYard.
Okay.
Let me just let's see.
Hey, I see it. Yeah.
Well, Darren, it was the loudest noise around the auditorium when Newcastle came out of the pots. Give us your reaction to that drop.
Wow, I mean, what a group. I mean, it's a super group of death, isn't it? I mean, it's 3 great teams as well with, Newcastle United were excited to play them, but Paris Saint-Germain, Borussia Dortmund, the Yellow Wall, and then obviously AC Milan and San Vitali's on team.
It'll be difficult games, but I'm sure the Newcastle United fans are absolutely rejoicing. 4 iconic clubs and ones that the fans will certainly enjoy.
Yeah, I mean, I think of, you think of AC Milan. I know in 2003 we had almost 10,000 Geordies over there in the wonderful city of Milan, and I don't think I've ever seen a Macron in Milan either. So it's going to be exciting for the Geordies. Paris Saint-Germain, one of the sort of footballing royalty. And I think Dortmund as well. I think it's a great football club. The Yellow Wall's amazing. I think both fan bases are going to appreciate each other because the noise at St James's Park that first night when the Champions League music is going to be playing, I think it's going to be something really special.
He loved that then, didn't he? He loved it. Just slopping it in there.
That's planned.
Love it. Love it.
Cheers, Richie. Cheers
Yeah,
for knocking that on to us. Cool. Lads, we'll start wrapping it up, I think, because I know you're going live at 7:30 with Adam for away days. But anything else you want to say?
We're back.
We're
back.
We're back. Yeah, Champions League, baby. Get in. Oh wait.
Right. Let us tell people what's happening with some Champions League music in the background. So coming up, as you said, in 15 minutes is away days with Adam from Together BHA. Right, no Albion. So that's coming up in 15 minutes. Then on the weekend, probably Sunday, we're going to come back with the loaded reaction. Hopefully it's a positive one this time. So stay tuned for that as well. Also, a quick shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to H2O Bathroom Design Co., the Northeast's largest supplier of Velcro and Botch bathroomware. Team Valley Gateshead, over 20 years established, ran by the family. Get down to the showroom on 11th Avenue, Team Valley Estate, Gateshead. And you know already the beautiful bathrooms that are on offer there. And also shout out to the Radiator Shed and all the lovely radiators that Russ has on sale there. And yeah, check them out. Go check out the website. You'll check all the latest. And also, if you need to get them installed, Install Works will sort out your every need as well via Russ. And that's a quick shout out to our sponsors. I'll stop that music now. We'll be hearing enough of that soon. We heard enough of it all since October last year. That's been all building up to this.
Come on.
But I think we'll wrap it up there. So lads, thanks everyone for all 174 people that has come and joined us in the chat to catch our reaction. Make sure you hit that like button as well. If you're new, hit the subscribe button. And yes, get time to get yourself a cup of tea, settle in and relax, and then jump onto the stream for away days. I'm sure there's chatters in there already chatting away. Keith will be on. I'm sure Keith will give his reaction. He probably has a few stats already. You know Keith. He never stops. But yeah, on all the build up for the Brighton game. So join the guys pretty soon. See you in 15 minutes. How do you like that?
How you like